Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the 2021 Peter J. Salmon Employee of the Year and Milton J. Samuelson Career Achievement Award nominees.
In 1968, on the 30th anniversary of the Wagner-O'Day Act, the NIB Board of Directors created the Peter J. Salmon Employee of the Year Award to honor employees who excel in their positions at NIB-associated nonprofit agencies. Named after the late Dr. Peter J. Salmon, who was instrumental in advocating passage of the Wagner-O'Day Act of 1938 and the subsequent formation of NIB. This award recognizes the outstanding achievements of employees who are blind working at NIB-associated nonprofit agencies. Linda Adane, Chicago Lighthouse Industries.
Julia Barger, North Central Site Services.
Willie Faye Barrow, Alabama Industries for the Blind.
Robert Brown, Alpha Point.
Milton Clyburn, Lions Services.
Alex Curtis, Outlook, Nebraska.
Mark Dudley, West Texas Lighthouse for the Blind.
Charlie Fluker, Mississippi Industries for the Blind.
Herberth Galen, San Antonio Lighthouse for the Blind.
Alberto Gonzalez, Travis Association for the Blind.
Sandy Harding, Blind and Vision Rehabilitation Services of Pittsburgh.
Dennis Hicks, Lions Volunteer Blind Industries.
Nicholas Halifka, VIA.
Jimmy Johnson, Louisiana Association for the Blind.
James Jones, Northeastern Association of the Blind at Albany.
David Justice, Cincinnati Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Emily Canis, Bosma Enterprises.
Betty Lau, Associated Industries for the Blind.
Jose Leal, Envision.
Kenneth Lehman III, New View, Oklahoma.
Ernest McCullough, Association for Vision Rehabilitation and Employment.
Dennis McDuffie, LCI.
Steve Mendez, Lighthouse for the Blind of Fort Worth.
Emily Merced, Industries for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Jean-Michel, Georgia Industries for the Blind.
Fred Morgan, Lighthouse Works.
Michael Newman, Beyond Vision.
Hector Nievas, Vision Corps.
Timothy Poole, Industries of the Blind, Greensboro.
Heather Presner, Keystone Vocational Services.
Rosie Reed, East Texas Lighthouse for the Blind.
Brent Richardson, Goodwill of the Finger Lakes.
Carmel Rogers, Lions Industries for the Blind.
Roger Sales, the Lighthouse for the Blind, St. Louis.
Carl Scheffler, the Lighthouse for the Blind Incorporated.
Michelle Shaw, Beacon Lighthouse.
Lei Shui, Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Alma Smith, Envision Dallas.
Carrie Smith, Lighthouse, Louisiana.
Diana Marie Soto, IFB Solutions.
Terry Strader, Clovernook Center for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Elizandro Torres, South Texas Lighthouse for the Blind.
Congratulations to all of the nominees.
In 1996, the NIB Board of Directors established the Milton J. Samuelson Career Achievement Award. This award is presented to an individual who demonstrates career advancement at an NIB-associated nonprofit agency or in the private sector. The late Milton J. Samuelson, former NIB board member and past executive director of the Chicago Lighthouse for People Who Are Blind or Visually Impaired, was a leader in the blindness field and an advocate for upward mobility and career development programs benefiting people who are blind.
Ernesto Acevedo, Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Devin Bullock, Alpha Point.
Israel Cazares Sarita, Beyond Vision.
Wesley Cleveland, Alabama Industries for the Blind.
John Denmark, North Central Site Services.
Amir Garimani, VIA.
Therese Gorin, Envision.
Tommy Johnson IV, Midwest Enterprises for the Blind.
Kelly Jones, Industries of the Blind, Greensboro.
Cesar Lopez, East Texas Lighthouse for the Blind.
Robert Pilecchia, Travis Association for the Blind.
Marianne Raia, Lighthouse Works.
Joseph Rehmatullah, IFB Solutions.
Alvaro Rodriguez, Envision Dallas.
Sandra Rosales, South Texas Lighthouse for the Blind.
John Samuel, LCI.
Clinton Tyler Jr., Vision Corps.
Dave Uken, the Chicago Lighthouse.
Dana Van Dussen, the Lighthouse for the Blind Incorporated.
Reynaldo Villarreal, Valley Center for the Blind.
Tanya Walters, the Lighthouse for the Blind, St. Louis.
Heather Young, Lions Volunteer Blind Industries.
Jeffrey Young, Industries for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Manuel Zavala, West Texas Lighthouse for the Blind.
Congratulations to the winners of the 2021 awards and all of the nominees.